I am Sheila. I am an independent Young Living member. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother. I am a Reiki master. I work with Love Reiki and Healing here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I wanted to just do this little bit today about ways to use our oils because they're so amazing. Um, so I am going to just start sharing the screen. Give me a second and bear with me, right? Okay. Do here, and we're going to share that. And all right, just cruising along. So this is going to be an intro class, and whenever I do intro classes, they are all about like the basics, right, of just different things that we learn about using our oils. So what we're going to do today is ways that we can use them, right? And so a little bit of a disclaimer, I am not a doctor in any way, shape, or form. You want to go ahead and read that part there. Anything that was said today is my own personal views. I am not affiliated with Young Living Corporation. I am just an independent member that just loves the oils so much. Right? A little bit more about me. I've been using oils for many years. My kids grew up on oils. When they were small, they did we did eucalyptus and tea tree. And so for decades, I've been using essential oils and Young Living. Although I have not been using Young Living for all those years, I have been for the last several for my own reasons. One, the quality of the oil is amazing. It is like I said, see the seal here on the screen. You can see. So what see the seal means is, simply put, it is a set of standards that helps ensure that with every pure essential oil and Young Living product your family uses, you are enjoying the benefits of global resources, industry leadership, and over 2 decades of innovation. So from the minute that seed is created and planted and loved on and then, harvested, and then this beautiful oil is created, distilled, bottled, and shipped, from the minute it starts to the minute you get that, there is a promise from Seed to Seal that we are basically just loving the oil, loving the seed in the best possible and highest vibration. And that's how I always take it. And for me, that being said, the purest therapeutic, all the wonderful things that Young Living is about. But for me, my added extra layer of why I use Young Living is the energy of the oils. So like I said earlier, I am a Reiki master here in Las Vegas, and I do work with energy. And so when I use these oils, you can feel, for me, the life force within them. And that's why I've chosen to continue to use those. They're just amazing oils. So ways to use essential oils. We have 3 main ways. Aromatically, we can ingest them topically, right? So beautiful picture of diffusers there, the aria and the little dewdrop there are diffusers, a couple of them. So of course that's a way that we can do aromatically. It's just to have it smell around us, right? When we're diffusing, that's a wonderful way for us to use the essential oils. You can pick a number of single oils or blends, whatever you choose, and really infuse the air around you with the same beautiful vibrations of oils that we have when we put them on us. Another way is, you can see that, diffuser bracelets or jewelry. I also have like little diffuser earrings you can see. And so I put little drops of oil on that and kind of bring that in. There's many ways that you can do an aromatic diffusing of the oil. And it's, I think, the most popular way, I would say. I think people, especially when they're first starting out, use diffusers, use jewelry. We just kind of like rub it in the hands and smell, right? It's perfect because you're still using the oils, right? Another way to use the oils would be to ingest them. Now, with Young Living, we do have our Vitality line, and those, I don't have a bottle of Vitality with me. I don't know why, they're in the other room, but they are used to ingest. So the FDA requires that we have separate labeling for FDA rules. And so we created the Vitality line of essential oils, and they are right there marked on the label that they are ingestible. So you can ingest with the little caplets. We can create little caplets over them. You can put it in water, or just kind of, for me, honestly, I just kind of drop a few drops on my tongue or under my tongue and do it like that. Or I do ingest in a little bit of water and kind of like shoot it back, switch it back. However you want to do it is perfectly fine. Just make sure that you are ingesting the correct kind. You don't ever, 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 ever want to like use an oil from, I don't want to say a store, but just go to the store and purchase an oil. They, even though they may say therapeutic grade on there, and they may be, the highest grade oils and 100% pure, they're typically not. They typically have some kind of synthetic value to them, and so you don't know what you're putting in your body. So ingesting, definitely please make sure that you're only using the purest of oils, and do your research on that, please, please, please. But even again, aromatically and topically, you don't want to use anything that is perhaps a lower grade oil or has a chance of having some kind of synthetic value to it. And you don't want to put that on your body either, because your skin's going to absorb that. If you are diffusing it or you have it aromatically going, you're going to breathe that in. So it's just best to not use those kind of oils, right? So that's ingesting. The third way is topically, and that's pretty much what we're going to talk a lot about today. When we're putting oils on our body, many wonderful things happen, right? It gets absorbed into the system. We can smell within us. It's just, that's probably my second, well, I don't even know what my favorite way to do it is. I just do it all. So I can't even tell you, but topically, I am constantly having oils on my body throughout the day. Like I don't just use, I don't wake up with something like, I don't know, Joy. Like I don't just use Joy in the morning, right? Here's Joy. Can you see that? Okay. So let's go ahead and use that now. So when we're doing topically, you want to put a little in the hand, right? Cover it back up, just in case you don't want to spill it. And so we have in the hand there some oil, and just kind of rub your hands together. Right? Always just getting it on the full hands. I always want to breathe a little bit in. And for Joy, I love to put Joy on the heart area. It's really allowing, for me, again, like I said before, I work with energy. So I work with chakras. I work with, points on the body, things like that. It's part of my everyday. So that's what I do. And that's like, joy. It's the whole vibration of happiness and joy. And so what better place to put that than on your heart, right? To kind of open that up and really experience that. So let's move on to the next slide here. Okay. So where do I put them? I get that question so often. It's ridiculous. Where do I put them? I don't know. You just get your kit. You got your PSK or whatever oils that you first ordered. You're all excited about it. And now you're like, okay, what do I do? Where do I put these oils? Or maybe it's like, you started doing, you got your kit in and you were doing a lot of diffusing, and now what, right? You wanted to kind of progress. You felt like you're ready to step outside of the diffuse only area, and you can really start to use the oils that you are going to grow to love so much. So where do you put them? All right. So first for me, always, 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 always follow your guidance. So I don't care if I tell you or somebody else tells you, or you read it in a book, or you watch a video and somebody says something that you don't feel resonates with you. It's not how you're feeling, right? So if they say, I don't know, put vetiver on your feet, and you're like, oh, I'm not really feeling like that, then don't do it. Listen to yourself, listen to your guidance, listen to your own body, because you know you the best, right? Plain and simple. Follow your own guidance, always, first and foremost. Another way that we can use them is, are you using the eels with another healing system? So again, like I said earlier, I am a Reiki master, so I will always place oils on my hands when I'm doing sessions. And for those that don't know what Reiki is, it's a energetic healing modality that kind of promotes relaxation and peace and calm, and it's absolutely amazing. It works very well with these oils. They have a beautiful relationship when you begin to use them together. So if I'm doing a session, I will have the oils on my hand and begin to send energy like that. Or if I'm doing a chakra balancing for someone, typically I will use, on a chakra balancing, I will use Release. I'll show you there. Release is a powerful oil, and they work great for emotions. So when I'm using Release for a chakra balance for something, I may have the client put a little on their hands, breathe some in, maybe put them on their wrists and kind of hold it for a second or two to bring those extra, the energies balanced a little bit more. And I'll use it on my own hands while I'm working on them, right? So the image that you're seeing here, I actually got that off of the internet. We have a wonderful blog. I think it's like the Lavender Life or something like that. And it's all Young Living, all information. There is compliant images that you can use. The information is shared compliantly. And if you're not sure what compliance is we have to kind of watch how we say things. I mentioned the FDA before. We have to make sure that we're saying things in a manner that is FDA approved. Okay, so we don't want to ever say anything diagnosing or any kind of disease or names or things like that. So we're sharing compliantly. We're speaking above the line. We are speaking in a manner of the highest vibration, how we can speak like that. Okay, so instead of saying a certain thing, we'll say like we speak in systems, even the energetic system, the endocrine system, things like that, the digestive system. Okay, because these oils are wonderful to support all those. But anyway, that's compliance. On the blog, this is actually on there as a beautiful article. And if you are part of my Facebook group, I will share that in a little while. So you can go ahead and read that if you'd like a quick link to it. And you can read it in the group. It's some nice information in there. Again, compliantly shared. So if you're using these oils with another healing system, like I just said, like Reiki, EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but there's tons of videos on YouTube, plenty of articles to read on the internet about EFT. For me, when I'm doing that, I will typically work with myself or even my grandchildren. I do that with my grandchildren a lot. And we'll put whatever oil we're using on our hands. And I kind of try to make sure I put a little bit extra on my fingertips. So when I'm tapping, right, I'm going here, and the oil is then hitting those points also. TCM, that's just another suggestion, is traditional Chinese medicine. I am by no means in any way, shape, or form a guru on different medicine types, like the Chinese medicine. I couldn't tell you offhand. I have books that I go to and reference different meridians, different points on the body. And when I work on my own healing, that's how I'll do that, right? And I'll find whatever the issue is and work with whatever oil I feel guided to or am led to or read about to use on a specific point. And that's how we use that. So the meditation's another wonderful way. Just again, when we are meditating or using these oils, where can I put them? So if you're meditating, it's going to be on the crown, the back here, the zeal chakra, the back of the head, kind of where your skull and your neck kind of meet in this area here. That's the zeal chakra. That's why I put a lot of it there. It's all about programming and things like that. For me, for meditation, and again, a lot on the heart chakra. I usually put a lot oil. I'll use a lot of oils on my heart, or my higher heart, when I'm meditating. Okay, and then again, chakras. It's also listed right there. Oh, went to the next one. Anyway, chakras. I use that one often because I'm trying to work with my chakras every day. So here we go with traditional Chinese medicine, and these again, I just pulled off the internet. I do not speak or read Mandarin, so I could not tell you what these are, but they are, images from traditional Chinese medicine. So the Eastern philosophy and understanding of the body is very, very old. And so I choose sometimes to work with that, but it gives you different points, and you would have to get some kind of manual. You'd have to get, some kind of book to read about that and to learn, if you wanted to, for yourself, different points on the body, and place the oils there when you feel, if you're working maybe on a certain organ or something, and you find an oil that works with that organ, pop that right on there, right? You can just look over here at the different points, and maybe behind here on the ear, the vagus nerve, something like that, right? What keeps going away from me too fast? The other image was the time clock there that we have, but now here we have reflexology. I guess I'll just leave my little mouse thing alone. Reflexology is something I think most people use. You may have heard already, a great place to place the oils would be on the bottoms of your feet. That's just for a couple of reasons. One, if you look at the picture there, it shows you pretty much your entire body is covered as far as like an acupressure point or something, or a reflex point. The whole body is pretty much covered on the foot. So if you're not sure where to put that specific oil, so you're not sure where to put, I don't know, what do I have? I have a lot, like highest potential. We'll say that. I don't know. Okay, you're not sure where to put that. I'd probably put it somewhere in the crown area, right? But you want the whole effect. So rubbing a little bit in the bottom of your feet, a couple of drops, and just kind of massaging that in different points of the foot can cover the whole body, right? And also the bottom of the feet, it's a little bit easier to absorb. First thing, it does not have the sebaceous oil on, like the rest of our skin has like a kind of a film on it. The feet do not have that, and so it's easier to be absorbed through the feet, and the feet are less sensitive, so you may be a little bit more sensitive to a certain oil. And so by putting it on this, like your arm may be a little irritating to you, so putting it on the bottom of your feet may be a little bit easier. And like for my grandchildren, I'll put oils on the bottom of their feet all the time. It's just, they already know. They go for their chakras, and then they always go to put them on my feet, and they put it on their feet. It's very cute. But that, again, these are just different charts for you, different ideas of different modalities that you may want to use hand in hand, and ways to place oils when we're using it topically, right? Those are just all a few suggestions. Points in the ear. This, I believe, is a picture. I did get it off the internet, but I believe it is in the Essential Oils Desk Reference. If you don't have that book, I would suggest picking one up. They have them on Amazon. They have them on Life Science Publishing. There is a bit of information about the book within the Facebook group. If you're a part of it, you can read and see where you can get your copy of it. But again, in the ear, now I have my earrings and I also have my little headphones, but there are points within the ear that are both physical and emotional pressure points. And so when you place the oil on the ear, typically, unless I'm working on a specific issue, like very specific, I'll put an oil that I'm using on the whole ear. Because again, like the feet, you are, and the hands also, you are covering the entirety of the body. You're not going to miss a spot, right? So if you're like, I just don't know where to do it, hands, feet, and ears, you're covering every point on your body. So that's just another little modality that you can use there. Again, it's the same as reflexology. Now, when we get a little closer, let me move this out of the way here so we can see a little better. Maybe, here we go. Okay. Chop the emotions in the body. If this is not something that resonates with you, it's okay. You can just fast forward this part, or I don't know, sing a song until I'm done, whatever you need to do. But for me, emotions do get trapped within the body, physically and energetically. And then as that energy kind of proceeds, it gets, if it's in the energetic field, it kind of can manifest within the physical body. And so for me, I'm always addressing the emotional or the energetic issue first, or in conjunction with, right? So, and this is just, again, I think this was like from Pinterest or something. I'm not really quite sure. I don't remember, but I actually hand this out in some of my Reiki classes just to give like a basic, quick little, hey, this is where you might want to look if. So the shoulders energetically are areas of burden and responsibilities. So if you have pains in the shoulders, energetically, what it is saying is metaphysically that you are carrying a heavy load or the weight of the world. So if you're feeling like that and perhaps you wanted to use a little bit of release, right, on the shoulder area, that might be, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed with the burdens that you have to do in day-to-day life, right, as a mom or, you know, or husband or grandparent or a parent, and you're feeling very overwhelmed, running a home, running, you know, maybe working and taking care of the family, it can be very stressful. And so if you're feeling that you're doing it all by yourself, you may want to focus your energy within that area there, right? And you can just see a few other spots there. The fear center, all in the solar plexus in the stomach area. The heart center, which is one that I think everyone needs to work on. I think is society, as a culture, we tend to hold on to a lot of our emotions. And so we hold it in the heart. I find that happens often with people, kind of build up layers and walls. And so working on the heart is never a bad thing. Okay, the heart center, energetically, we want to release those oils. And even here, I just got this one. It's just, let me see, you can see it. One heart, love. So this one just came out last week at convention, I think. So I've only used it a few times. And I do want to use it now, since we're speaking about the heart. Another place that I do, we'll talk about chakras in a little bit, but the higher heart, I'll use that one on the higher heart and the heart. And one heart was literally, I kind of wrote this down, so bear with me here. It was created to celebrate the joy of creating unity and connection in our communities by opening our hearts. Oh, I can smell it so good. By opening our hearts to love and service for others. So it helps to give you a bright outlook on life and to just kind of help you connect. And for me, the higher heart chakra is one that is all about unity, as is this oil. So for me, this is where I would put a drop or two or three and kind of do a little bit of this. Definitely bringing that in and then just kind of placing that, if you can see here, on the higher heart chakra and then also on the heart. And again, just breathing that in and kind of just washing it over me. Many times we focus on the physical, which is fine. That's okay. But again, like I said earlier, I work with energy, so I'm going to focus on energy too. It's important for me in my life to make sure my energetic fields are clear and clean and I can be sovereign. And that's just important for me. So if that resonates with you, definitely make sure you're kind of washing the oils through your energetic fields because it helps a lot. Like, but this is, oh, it's so good. Yay. So sending you lots and lots of connection and unity. That's just a little way there. So trapped emotions in the body. And you can use EFT, the emotional freedom technique, the tapping along, if you feel like you have certain areas, putting the oils on your hands and then tapping like that also. That's just another little way or modality you can use in conjunction with the oils. So since we were speaking about trapped emotions, I felt it was kind of important to bring up our feelings kit. And as you can see here, our feelings kit's amazing. It has harmony, forgiveness, inner child, present time, release, and valor. Oh, valor. I don't know why I didn't bring valor in here with me. I definitely have it. There's actually in the diffuser because it just smells so wonderful. So if you haven't used valor before, you should really go grab some. It's phenomenal. But this is already in our feelings kit. So these oils, those are 6 oils that if you purchase them separately, they're $324. And now that's at our wholesale price, right? So separately, you're paying $324. Young Living has put these in together into a kit. And when they are priced at $181. So yeah, you're like, oh my God, it's $181, but you're getting 6 oils. I think like Harmony alone, I think is like $70 something, right? So purchasing the kit together is a really good idea. And if it's not something you can do, all at once, then by all means, purchase them separately. You can use the points for some of them, the ER points if you wanted to, what have you. However, it's going to work best for you. But this kit or these oils are so good when we're working on trapped emotions within the body. And so how would you use these, right? Forgiveness. So forgiveness, again, that's going to be something all in the heart in this area here. Release. You can use release, I think, anywhere in the body. Now, I'm just going to say this. There are definitely books out there that give you information on, exact points if you're working on certain things to put these oils. There are a lot of really wonderful information. Just kind of depends on or how you're trying to heal something, right? Or how you should use it. I want to say that with these oils here, again, it's all about really just putting them on, right? So Harmony's not going to work if Harmony's sitting on your shelf in a cute little awesome essential oil box or on a beautiful little essential oil shelf. It's not going to work if it's in the bottle, right? So you have to take it out and you have to put it on your body. And for me, again, I know I was saying before about following your guidance, but using the oils trumps everything, okay? just opening it up, like I already feel so much better even using the few little drops that I was using. It's so strange, but you have to use them. So if you're taking harmony, you're putting a couple drops in, you're rubbing your hands together, and you're breathing it in, and just decide you want to kind of like go like this or something. That's fine because you're using it. That oil, those beautiful, beautiful frequencies are now, within you. They're coming into the field, your energy. They're, you're placing them on your body, on your hands. So you're activating those oils. Okay. So to use them is really, I think, probably the most important thing to do. Don't just collect them and leave them on the shelf. They look so pretty. They look awesome. Oh, yay, I have harmony. Use it, right? Um, but this is just a great way, like I said, since I was talking about the emotional healing of our energy and how we can get them trapped within the body sometimes. Just kind of briefly touched on that. This is a great way. These are the oils that you may want to use to achieve some kind of like healing emotionally within that, right? They're all wonderful oils. I highly, highly suggest them. I use all of them. And in my practice, I will say I use release and valor and for I'm going to list all of them, but no, really. I use release and valor probably every session. Forgiveness I use often. I think as a people, we have a lot of forgiveness, right? We need to have a lot of forgiveness for ourselves, for others. Once we can shift forgiveness, it's a catalyst into our journey of healing. I'll say it that way, right? So that's a good one too, but they're all wonderful oils. Let me see. Okay, so here we go, chakras. Pretty little picture of chakras, yay. So again, if you're not down with chakras, it doesn't resonate with you at all, it's okay. This is what I use and how I use it because this is what I work with, right? So our chakras, it's this picture here of the 7 main ones: our root, our sacral, our solar plexus, our heart, our throat, our third eye, and our crown chakra. So if you're not familiar with what chakras are energetic wheels, the vortexes of energy within certain places of our body and energetic fields, right? So they're not flat, they're not two-dimensional, they're kind of like funnels coming from behind and up here and through the body, if you will. The crowns go up, the root goes down, and so forth. So I will place these oils on the physical part of the body, like the third eye, the crown, like I just showed you before, on the heart, right? I did mention the higher heart. I use that often too. It's not pictured here, but I do place that. The higher heart is just an area between the heart and the throat chakra. The higher heart's kind of right here. And so I use a lot of oils there also. But if you were to use these for the chakras, you can find, if you are feeling out of sorts for some whatever reason, you feel a certain chakra, you researched it, you read about it, you Googled it, whatever. Google's amazing, use it. And you found that a certain chakra may be out of whack. You find similar reasons that they could be affected. So use it on that chakra, right? Use your discernment. Okay, so for the root chakra, you definitely could do like your knees, your lower back. You could put it on the bottoms of your feet. Okay, the sacral, same thing. You could put it on the lower to mid back, right? The solar plexus, the heart, wherever. That's a big one for me too. I use chakras and essential oils with chakras every single day, every day. So you don't have to be, again, a learned professor of chakras. You can have a basic understanding. You can have a basic understanding of every modality that I spoke about so far, and different ways to use this. You don't have to be gone to school for, 15 years to Google something or open a book and read something and use your discernment, okay? Affirmations. Affirmations are extremely big in my world. They are a very positive way to help move your understanding, perspective, and energy. When you have negative thoughts all the time and you want to replace them with positivity and positive thoughts and positive thinking, affirmations is a wonderful way to do that. I don't have it in here with me, but if I was doing affirmations and I was trying to change a negative thought into more of a positive, I would use maybe transformation, right? Depending upon what that affirmation was about and what was the reference to would be kind of where I would place it. Normally, I would do something, if I'm tapping, I'm going to place it on my hands and then tap on those points. If I'm just saying affirmations, I'm going to maybe say an affirmation, breathe in the oil that I'm using, right? Transformation, I'm probably going to put on my crown. I am going to put on my crown, on my crown, maybe my third eye, maybe even my throat chakra, since I'm speaking about the affirmations. I'm verbally saying them, something there, right? Or if it's a specific, if you want to have like more self-confidence or something, I am a confident and beautiful amazing being, and you're saying that as an affirmation, you're using transformation, and you can put that perhaps in the solar plexus, because you're all, or the sacral, about moving into a self-confidence kind of vibration, right? It makes sense to everybody? All right, what do we have? So here we go. This is huge too. You don't have to know everything as soon as you start. You don't have to. You're not going to. If you wait to learn everything there is to learn and know about essential oils, how to use them, where to place them, you're never gonna do anything with them. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's so much information, and what the beautiful thing is, when we're open to continuously learn and to keep growing, that's what you want to do, right? You want to be open and flow with the information that you're getting. And so for me, I'm going to tell you, first off, take your time, take your time, take your time, take your time. You want to sit down and read an entire, 45 chapter book about oils, then do so. I hope you retain all the information. For me, I love reading, so I read a lot of books. But I also find that when I use the oils for a specific reason, or I handle an issue as it arises, the information will stay with me more, right? So for me, I know if I'm trying to work on maybe, say, emotionally healing my inner child, or trying to bring in some joy of child, like a childlike joy, I'm going to use inner child. I've done it before. When you're working on your inner child, I will tell you though, make sure you are mindful. If you didn't have a good childhood, or you neglected your inner child for a long time, you want to go easy with yourself, be gentle with yourself when you're doing it, okay? But use your inner child with that. That would be an issue that would arise, and you want to, you're called to use a specific oil and use it in that manner. So pick one oil, like pick one issue, or if you don't have an issue that you know of yet and you want to learn about the oils, pick an oil. Pick one from your PSK, your premium starter kit, right? Pick a lavender. Lavender has a million and a million and a million uses. Lavender's like, I love when they say this, like the Swiss Army knife of oils. It's true. I always compare it to amethyst. Amethyst you can use for everything too. I think you can use lavender for everything also. Jokingly, if we ever talk about, I'm saying that if you don't have a certain oil that I'm speaking of, at least you have lavender, right? Grab that. So learn about one at a time. Since you get to know your oils individually. When you use an oil, give it a couple of days. Don't just use it once and be like, oh, okay, it's great, and never go back to it again, because you're not going to learn about it. You're not going to learn where to place it or how to use it or what it works for you, because not every oil works the same for every single person. So you have to find what works the best for you, right? And again, so just start with just one. Just start with just one. Pick one oil, start with that one. Learn about the ways to use it, learn what it's good for, learn energetic reasons, emotional reasons, physical reasons, and learn about, the best places to place them according to what you're doing, all right? According to what you're doing. If you're trying to use lavender to create an environment of calm for yourself, you, of course, can use like a diffuser earrings or something, a lavender on the wrist or a bracelet here, like that, right? Or in a diffuser around you, okay? If you want to have something like that, trying to sleep a little bit better, the lavender on your feet can help you just kind of bring in that calming relaxation, allow you to kind of fall asleep a little easier. Okay. Let's see, go on to the next one. There we go. So, where we did go over several different modalities, different ways to use them. Like I said, I'm not going to give you here exact points to place them. I'm giving you ideas so you can go on your own. It's not about following what I say exactly. It's about following what you need to do, right? Learning your own body, learning your own energy. It's perfectly normal to be overwhelmed. Like, I don't know where to put them. I don't know what to do. just start. Just start by putting them somewhere, anywhere on your body. Again, bottoms of the feet, the hands, just by rubbing your hands with an intention, right? Like, you know, I like to bring in some calm and peace with the lavender and breathing that in. You're already activating it. It's on your hands, okay? So when you're ready to begin with, like I said earlier, we don't ever want to put synthetic oils, or I don't want to say bad oils, but icky $5 lavender oils. No, 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 don't do it. If you're ready to start with Young Living, it's very, very easy to do so. So if any of the information here resonates with you and you would like to join if you're not already a member, definitely please contact the person that invited you or share this video with you. We want to honor them, and we want them to make sure that they can guide you. If there wasn't someone, you know, that showed you the video or shared with you, or if I shared with you, what you can do then is head over to youngliving.com. Google Young Living, it'll come up, and be ready to be a member. We can do the Choose Your PSK, which is a premium starter kit. There are several choices that you can make there. Some beautiful diffusers. And let me move this up a little bit so you can see. Hopefully it won't switch on me. There we go. That's our PSK right there, right? You can enter, and you'll be choosing the PSK. You're going to enter your enroller and your sponsor. So if you are with somebody else, they will give you their member number. But if you're, you know, with me and on my team, or want to be on my team, I believe in education. I believe in guidance, because I think it's important to share what we know, right? So the next person may not have to struggle as hard or at all. So anyway, you would enter the enroller and sponsor. That is my member number. It's 147335552. Enter that for both. Say yes to Essential Rewards program. That's going to give you that program where you spend $50 a month, and you can change your order each and every time. You can, of course, spend more if you'd like, but the $50 is the minimum. And then you earn points, and you earn free oils each month when you hit a certain number within that. And you can, of course, like I said, change your oils each month. That's the best way for me to shop with the oils. You're getting a discounted shipping. You're getting, I mean, the points alone. I get so many free oils a month. I try so hard to save my points and get something big, but sometimes I just a lot of times I kind of cave in and just purchase something like, oh, I need this. I'll just get this. I do it all the time. But anyway, it gives you points. Once you do that, you're going to start saving 24% on your products, and you're going to live your best oily life ever, right? If you have questions, my email is down there at the bottom. It's Sheila@withlovereiki.com. If you have other questions outside of this, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I have a website. It's withlovereiki.com. But you can email me, of course, and I can try to help you or guide you the best that I can. And if you chose that you want to start with Young Living, you can reach me there, and I can assist you further if you're a little confused about how to do this, okay? So I thank you so much for that. Let me go ahead and stop sharing there. There we go. Okay. So again, I thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching this. If you watched all the way through, that's fantastic. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it was something that helped a little bit of education with it, right? There's lots of resources out there, so many. So find something, find one that works with you. Ask questions. You know, when you ask, people are going to be there to assist you. We love to share. We love to talk about oils all the time. All the time. All of us do. So if you have questions, just ask. We're there for you. All right. And so I'm just going to say, again, thank you so much. And I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, oily day. Bye-bye now.